Tribe, it is your girl Naja here, and I'm back with another video. This is going to be a story time video from my childhood, like really old story time. Like, this is probably like one of my first few memories that I have, and it's just crazy. It's just really crazy. If you're new here, please subscribe. We would love to have you join the Voodoo Tribe. Once we hit 100K, I'm going to be doing a Florida meetup, so that's super exciting, right? You wanna help us get there? Appreciate it. So make sure that you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post. Make sure that it is clicked. Every time you watch a video of mine, just always make sure that it is clicked, because for some reason YouTube will unclick it. I don't know, don't get it. You're supposed to be helping, not hurting YouTube. And give me a big thumbs up because it helps me get noticed in this crazy ass world of YouTube. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. So this story happens when I was like 4 years old. Like 4 years old, bro, like 4 years old. And I was getting babysat by my mom's best friend. My mom still talks to this lady till this day. They've been best friends since I was in my mom's womb. Like, I have not seen her in years and years and years and years and years. But this lady would babysit me all the time when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I don't know if maybe my mom was at work or what, but yeah, it was just me. And then this lady babysat another guy. Well, not a guy, he was a little 4-year-old with me too. And me and him were like super close. Like, everybody used to joke like he was like my little boyfriend. Why the fuck do people like do that to children? Like, that's weird. Like, stop sexualizing children by forcing them to be little boyfriend and girlfriend. But people would always say that, so I just thought he was my boyfriend. But to be honest, we were just really cool and we hung out a lot. The lady who babysat me had gotten a puppy. Now, at this point, I had pets before. I had 2 cats at my grandmother's house. And they were older cats, but cats are different than dogs, right? Because cats are different than dogs in the sense where they fall on their feet. They're very linky. You could play with them, you know, just hang them upside down, they'll fall on their feet. It's all good. I've never experienced, you know, that before. And guys, like, look, what I'm about to tell you, you guys might think like I'm psycho or some shit. I'm not fucking psycho, okay? Like, the fact that I have remorse for this whole thing that happened, like, just reassures myself that I'm not fucking psycho, okay? Like, I'm just giving a disclaimer. I'm not psycho. I just needed to say that because I feel guilty about it. Like, this is fucked up. This is a fucked up story. And then I feel like I'm not psycho because I didn't do it by myself. But me and my guy friend at the time, mind you, we're both 4 years old, and we're getting babysat by this lady, and she just got a puppy. And we would be really mean to the dog. Like, we would be really mean to the dog. We would pick it up by its hind leg and like drop it on the floor, or like accidentally nudge into the dog, or like move the dog off of the couch and it would hit the floor. Like, we were really mean to the dog, and I don't think it registered to us that, because we were so young, that I don't think it registered to us that this is not only a living being, but what you do to something in its adolescence will affect it for the rest of its life. And that's why I feel like what's gonna happen along this story is completely my fault. Because if me and this guy did not do this to that dog in its adolescence, I genuinely feel like it would not have turned out this way. As the dog grew, okay, it was aggressive towards us, me and the boy. Only me and the boy. The dog was not aggressive towards the lady. The dog was not aggressive towards the lady's boyfriend. The dog was not aggressive towards my mom when she came to pick me up. The dog was not aggressive towards my dad when he came to pick me up from the lady's house. Like, the dog was specifically aggressive towards me and my guy friend. If we wanted to go into the living room and watch TV, the dog had to be put in the room. If we wanted to go in the room, the dog had to be taken out of the room, right? And every time we would be in the room, the dog would be outside of the door, sitting there waiting for us to come out, growling. Like, every time we were in the living room, the dog was in the room by the door, growling, waiting for us to come out. Like, this dog was pissed, rightfully pissed, but this dog was pissed and he wanted his lines, okay? And he got that shit for real. So there was one day that me and my guy friend were in the room, right? And it's so crazy because I just remember this shit so fucking vividly. Like, it's crazy. So me and my guy friend were in the room and we were watching TV. And I remember I had to use the bathroom, right? And it's like, here's the door, and then the bathroom is like right there, like literally right there, right? And I don't know why I didn't, like, I don't know why it didn't click to me that of course the dog is gonna be there, you know? But it didn't. And I opened the door. The dog was sitting right there. The dog looked up at me and started barking. I ran in the room. Like, I ran in the room, didn't close the door. My guy friend is screaming and running. I'm screaming. We're hopping on the bed trying to get away from the dog. The dog runs, hops on the bed. My guy friend gets out the room. I try to get out the room myself. The dog is behind me. And I'm trying to get into the bathroom with my guy friend, but he has the door locked. And I told him, I was like, open the door. And the dog came at me and I went like this, right, to shield my face. And I started screaming. So my guy friend, he opened the door and I fell in and he closed the door. And I just remembered, like, I didn't feel any pain, but there was blood everywhere. I had blood all right here. It was like my vision was red. I heard loud ringing noises. Mind you, I was 4 years old, and I'm pretty sure this was like, I want to say it was either like a boxer or like a German Shepherd. All I know is that it was an all-black dog. It's too far back to even really do specifics, but I just remember being in that bathroom. Lots of blood is being lost. There's flesh. Well, it was right here. There was flesh all right here and all right there from me shielding my face like that, and the dog biting me. And my vision was red. I was hearing ringing, and then I passed out from shock. I'm assuming from shock. I remember hearing like the guy crying and like trying and just begging me, like, please stay awake, like crying, bawling, crying. I remember hearing the lady's voice talking to my mom, just saying how sorry she was and everything. I finally came to when we were on the way to the hospital. So we get to the hospital and they cleaned me up, and they literally, I will never forget this, they literally stitched me up while I was awake. Like, I didn't know, I don't know why, and I used to want to be a doctor like when I was a kid after this hospital experience, and I did spend a lot of time in hospitals when I was younger because my brother had pneumonia at a really young age, so he was in and out of the hospital. And then my uncle, rest his soul, he had epilepsy, so I was constantly in and out of the hospital for him. And so I wanted to be a doctor. But once they stitched me up wide awake, bitch, I was like, wow, so that's just what y'all do? That's just what y'all do, huh? So I'm gonna show you guys my stitches. Obviously, I'm grown, I'm 22 years old. These are old stitches, so they're not weird. But whenever I show these to people, people always think I've been shot. Where is it? So I have one on my elbow here. And it's just a weird piece of skin like that. Obviously my body has grown, so the scarring has shrunk. I'm trying to see if that's all that I have on this arm. On this arm, this is the part where everybody thinks I've been shot. So this is one right here, like all of this, then this. I wish the shit would focus so you guys could see. But yeah, now that I've grown up, it doesn't look as bad, but when I was a kid, it looked really fucked up. Yeah, it looked really fucked up. My mom's friend felt so guilty, but like as I grew, I immediately knew, like as a child, I immediately knew it was my fault. Like if I would have treated that dog better, that wouldn't have happened. Even more upsetting about the situation is that, you know how like there's like this, I don't know if it's like a myth or if it's true or not. I don't really know, but people say that once a dog tastes blood, it's fucked. Like it's fucked up. Well, this dog ended up severely injuring another person. Unlike my mom, that person actually went through with legal matters, and they did find out that I, you know, got bit as well. So they did end up putting the dog down, and yeah. And that made me feel shitty too, because I'm like, I really feel like it wasn't that dog's fault, and if me and that guy wasn't so shitty to the dog when it was a baby, like, it would still be alive. Like, that shit fucked with me for a long time when I was a kid. Like, it just really fucked with me a lot. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that is the time where I got bit by a dog pretty bad. And you would think that like I would be scared of dogs or something like that, because I know a lot of people that have been bit by dogs or that have been scratched by cats and shit, and so they're scared of them. Like, I have been scratched the fuck up by cats before. I used to have this cat named Pepe, and he would literally run to the roof of the house, wait for some shit to kill, and then run down and kill it, and then bring it to me and then scratch me up. Like, but I'm not afraid of cats. I got mauled and got stitches and passed out and shit when I got bit by a dog. I still love dogs. Like, I don't know, I just felt like it was my fault, and like there's no point in denying an animal a good home just because I made a shitty decision when I was younger to treat an animal that way, you know. And I will be adopting a dog sometime later this year. I thought I was gonna adopt one like a few weeks ago, but my boyfriend fucking trolled me, so that's not cool. But I'm gonna wait until we move, because I'm trying to upsize and I just want my dog to have a lot of space. And yeah, I will be adopting a dog, and I'm not gonna be mean to it. I'm an adult, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying, like, I really felt like that was my fault that any of that stuff even happened. But yeah, that's my story. I hope you guys like it. If you guys have ever been attacked by an animal before, share your story below. I would like to hear it. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off.